Yoga for healing. Grand day, grand day. You may be feeling the energy of those that you released. You may be feeling their fear, their anxiety, their restlessness. Just recognize the energy. Recognize when it's not yours. Rebuke that energy and speak out loud. That is not my energy. I rebuke that energy. It is not mine. Send it back. And call back your energy. Pay attention. Because this thing is like a pimple. You know, you have one and you can't pop it, but it gets ready. It turns white like overnight. Yeah. This is what this is giving me the feeling of. One of those pimples and you don't expect it, it's ready to pop and it pops. Something like that. That's what I'm envisioning in my mind. A big white pimple. Damn. Oh, Spirit saying they some pus. But my question, what is it that these karmics need to do to head in the right direction? What is it that Spirit wants them to know? Something that they have not paid attention to that they need to. Since they like to stalk and watch. Since I've had this channel, I've had 2 subscribers. Just 2. Every so often, the same amount of numbers. 2 disappear. 1 disappear, then the next one disappear. Then the numbers go back up by 2. 1 shows up, and then the other one shows up. So what the fuck are y'all doing? It's like 2 people watching, but they don't want the other to know. So when they get around each other, they unsubscribe. That's adulthood? Really? Holding the deck upside down. Oh, encouragement. Yeah, I'm looking for some encouragement for you guys. Yep. As you wish upon a downfall. In my meditation, it came to my mind, what do these karmics need to do? What do they need to understand to get on the right track that they're not getting? They want a new opportunity. They want to make it through this karma, this fire they got to walk through. Those spell work, that energy, that still exists. You got to make it through that too. First off, it's not about what beads you wear, what crystals you wear, what chants you chant. It goes beyond that. It goes beyond a yoga class. Who wants to do anything like that and with someone that's pretending and doesn't have a pure heart, that can't speak their truth, that's not standing in theirs? And they wonder why we isolate. Oh, but they think isolation is something they did because they removed their energy from ours. That's funny. When you really think about it, they were really playing some mind games on themselves the whole time. All of them. They're all the same energy. It doesn't matter if they know each other or if they don't. This is the present energy. All of them suckers are gathered in that net. Domestic harmony, family reunions, this 10 of cups. this root chakra. See, this group thought they were living it up, living the good life, because they thought they were taking others, taking destinies. This is giving me destiny swap big time. Them working together gave them domestic harmony. Them working together made them feel like a family. They were content with that and celebrated. They were peaceful in their coexistence. They relied on each other emotionally for stability and security. This is a pretend, a fraud family of harmony. All working from their root chakra. They all feel they have a connection. This Pisces is giving me like psychic and water, and they think they're going with the flow. But there's that Mars energy. We have Mars and Venus out here. The throat chakra and the root chakra. And they thought that was a go. They thought they were balanced because they had water and fire here. Water and fire been coming out a lot in the reads as that energy in the collective. What is their obstacle now? What do they need to do? A Page of Wands that wants to live the life of luxury. We've all heard about this one. The cocky, arrogant one, my way or the highway. I can make anybody's panties drop. I can make you feast off her right in front of me just because I said so. That kind of energy. Real vile. Real ugly. The kind of think that if you, they woman, they can take it. That type. The one that got kids all over the place and on the down low. That sneaky type energy that work in this group. This is the kind of energy that's in this coven, this group, that now want to act like we didn't know what they were doing. Bitch, please. Ask somebody that know for sure. With some goddamn receipts. In the past, these energies have had to walk away because it was so much conflict. But they are still clinging, still holding on, being a competition, they say. They only know how to take, how to steal, how to connive, how to use that glamour stuff, that baneful stuff. One of them even said they put up a baneful picture trying to attract people. But why you gonna do that to your subscribers? Huh? It's on video. You said it. And if your subscribers are smart enough and care about themselves and on the right track, they would go and check that shit out, is the advice the ancestors have for them. Open your motherfucking eyes, they said. Because, honey, what's coming? It's so quiet and peaceful. It's always quiet before the storm, right? We have this Aquarius, Venus, Aries, Venus, Aries, Sagittarius, strong mother-sucking Aries. That down low hoe that think he's so fine. That's a jailbird, a conniver, a baby maker that like to suck wieners. That's not getting poured into. Their cup's empty. They're doomed. This wannabe King of Wands, that's only a page, that wants to act like an emperor. They're not being filled. They're not in joy and they're not in love. And they have not had an awakening. They're not having their fulfillment because they're not gaining personal growth. But yet they want to call themselves a king. Scorpio, Sagittarius energy, third eye. Somebody that thought they knew everything, could see everything. Someone that's supposed to be protective, a leader, a natural born leader at that. A visionary, an entrepreneur. But nah, they like to be on their knees. In the subconscious, no, their goal. In the goal position. In the goal position. What was their goal? What is their goal? What is it they need to do? What is it they need to know? And it's sideways. They have had no growth. They gain no rewards. Because they're lazy motherfuckers that like to pretend. And you as the high priestess or high priest see them. Clearly. You're very intuitive. You listen to your inner voice of that subconscious mind and listen to the inner voice. You've heard the secrets. You have secrets. Secrets of others that you do not speak on, but they are in fear of. All of them, particularly, I guess, this wannabe King of Wands, the wannabe Emperor that's in this group that has refused to walk away and not getting their cup poured into because they have nothing to pour into. This same energy that's been on this journey a long time, wanting the harvest of the rewards for their hard work, but they're a lazy motherfucker that only use other people to take what they have as though it's theirs. Remember my car? Initials DA? Remember that car? You work with a Leo and some other people. I got photos of that too. In their subconscious mind, they are in fear of the unknown because their plans are canceled and now they're trying to avoid risk. That Eight of Swords, no, Nine of Swords, they're in both of those places. They're looking for balance. The ancestors here, Temperance Angel saying, pour into your own cup. Pour into yourselves. Solar plexus, Jupiter energy in Sagittarius. That's a yes. Pour into yourself is what you're being advised of. Be of moderation. Be calm within yourself and with others. Find a solution. Go within, which you have been refusing. The advice here on you refusing up to this setting point now looks like you're stuck with the devil. You've made the choice to not grow, not heal, not go within, but to collaborate with demons, and now you're bound. You're stuck. You're bound to hell. You're bound with the karmicville situations. The illusions. You're bound. You're bound. You're bound. That's all I keep hearing. You're stuck and you're bound. This is in the advice situation. You didn't take heed. You didn't take caution. You got yourself to a point where now you're stuck and bound. Isn't that one of those or a few of them spell tricks you tried? Trying to bind people. Now you bound to that Jezebel hoe witch. The same one that was in my front yard in that little minivan. 4th of July. Few years back. In the 2000s. I know who my spies are. I know who's been working against me, and it's several groups. Several people. They even use their children. Yes, they do. External. Wow. Wow. Chaos. Losing momentum. Feeling sluggish. Not prepared to find yourself stuck. Not prepared for all the spell work on everything that you've done. The voodoo dolls, the grave work, all the jar spells, all the chanting, every intention is on you. And you wish that we would share our wealth, our energy. Well, this is my sharing. This is my sharing right now. This is what I'm giving you. This is my generosity of giving you this message. Your hopes and fears are that you're stuck, and you are. You're stuck in the past. You didn't make the shift. You missed out. You made the choice. You thought it was the right one because there were others. All stuck in the past. All doing spell work. All not paying attention to the new rules, the new laws, and things that were shifting. You stayed. You stayed in the past. You stayed and you saw us getting further and further away. And as long as you could see us, you thought you had a chance. But now you can't see us anymore. You can't feel us anymore. You can't take from us anymore. So you feel sluggish. You're losing momentum. You're losing life. What's happening to you is what you want it to happen to others. Everyone knows that, there's no question. But this is your advice. And the outcome. They're trying to maintain balance. They're in quicksand. They realize they're in loss and grief and in sorrow and a great disappointment and in despair. But see, their despair and disappointment is because they did not achieve their goals, not because of they let themselves down. They feel sorrow because they did not achieve swapping destinies, taking your life, thinking it's fun and games, but now it's their reality. There's no more illusions. We're going to hear about their sorrow. We're going to hear about them trying to balance out. We're going to hear about how they're stuck because they're bound to the devil. They're going to continue to have relationship problems. Life, love, work. Every area. Because they are attached to demons. They have attachments. Physical attachments. And those attachments of disease will be the end of them. That and their spells. They wanted to take your gifts. They thought they could because they had teamwork. These are all beings that live for the material world. They go for innocence. They go for children. They go for those that are immature in the knowledge, in the knowing of what's been hidden from us. Our lives, our parents' lives, our parents' parents' lives. They go for the children. They've gone for me. So imagine being an adult now, realizing and seeing clearly now, and knowing your children are grown adults in this world, and they're being gone after, but they don't hear you, and they're out in the world, living their life, still believing in government and police protection, still believing in the 3D system, not waking up. So imagine that. They go for children. They go for women. They go for innocence. Children with responsibilities. Children with gifts and creative ideas. They go for the children. In the Masonic Lodge, they call us rainbows. I was one. When I speak from what I know. I speak from what the divine uses me to speak on. The words, being a conduit, allowing that spark and that love, that grace, that energy to flow through me. This is what has kept me strong, going through my shadow, the night of the soul, dark. It is very dark. Imagine being awakened with grown children out in the world, knowing that you have warlocks coming after you, and they're not getting you. You know they're coming for your children. Imagine that, while still having one young adult that just turned 20 yesterday, that goes to work. But this one takes heed. This one knows. This one is different. This one observed their brother and sister. This wannabe emperor, this wannabe king, this page of wands energy is getting no commitment from you. Excuse me. Yeah, I did smoke. And when I smoke, sometimes, I get a little cough. That good stuff. We see the signs. This individual that is not getting a commitment had a spiritual contract. This individual has been comfortable because they've had the telepathic connection, possibly through songs, in my case, yes. And you've seen them all in your dreams. You've seen the signs, but they've ignored them all. Even if you told them flat out the truth that now they are seeing. They had to walk away. A long time ago, they were told. In the past, they were told to walk away. They don't have any options, but they thought they did. They're not doing them anymore, and they're not juggling connections. They're no longer able to deny. Although they don't want to look like a clown. They do look like a clown with their family. This King of Wands built a family somewhere else and they were feeling safe with this community. But that commitment is in reverse. We're going to get more on that. The rest of these too, but let's keep going. In the future that they're not getting poured into because they did not meet the deadline, with this divine feminine energy that they were supposed to be a king, an emperor. They wanted to entrap you with a pregnancy. They see you as a good mother figure. Hence, children again. They use children. Yours, theirs, or ones that they try to implant into you. Or you to implant them with. Vice versa, it goes both ways. Because this is masculine and feminine, period. This is a collective read for all you karmics to learn the lesson, to watch the downfalls, to feel the pain. Oh yeah, baby, you gonna feel it. You gonna feel it. Exactly what you intended for us to feel, you're feeling already. Their goal that they did not achieve of this harvest, the terms were not met. They forfeit. Their facade is over. Their facade is over. Now they're begging because they see they have no new start and they have a fear of this unknown of what's going to happen to them because they're bound to the devil. What do they need to know? Wow. Separation, silence, and a longing for you, and the distance will remain. For a long time, they will sit in regret, blaming others, being distant, feeling guilty, feeling ashamed. This bind that they have created, they're stuck. They may be suffering from sleep paralysis, having nightmares. They can't come and visit you in your dreams. They can't astral project into your dreams anymore. They're aware that you're awake, and even in your dreams, you're aware. You call them bitches out. Even in that astro. Because you are even a badder bitch there. They don't like what's coming. They're feeling sluggish. They're lacking energy and lackluster. They're jealous. And they're trying to hold back their triggers, but they have not healed their childhood traumas. They have not healed those wounds. And they refuse to believe that they're actually being seen. That they're actually stuck. But by this winter, or maybe last winter, the spell work they've done, they may have been stuck since last winter. That's what I'm getting. They've been stuck in stagnation since winter. So y'all know what you did in the wintertime. Yeah, baby. That third party, the third parties, the connections in this group, the pick-me hoes, the fake readers that you pay, that I see. Y'all don't understand how those cords work, do you? Those connections, when y'all peeping in. I've told you before, and I've gave warning to your friends. If you're hanging around them, your shit's gonna get picked up. And those that you hang around, and those that they hang around, and further that net grows. And it has. And now they're trying to balance because they're all stuck. All of them. Bystanders and all. It doesn't matter. If you lit a candle, if you listened to the gossip and you knew it was a lie, or if you didn't know, you were still gossiping. It doesn't matter. And it really teased me off for a reader to say they did it too much. They went overboard. Bitch, don't you know the first thought of even attempting such things is a wrong thing? So what the fuck is doing it too much, you stupid bitch? Y'all can't balance this shit out. Y'all sloppy, you're sluggish, there's no light, no spark in you, and it's seen. Your baneful magic, your spell work, all that shit's going back on you, and everybody that you call subscribers are gonna watch. We're all watching. This whole family group, the whole foundation they call it. Around summer, shit's gonna be real hot. Real hot. Ain't an air condition, not an ice cold drink gonna help you. And that is the message for you karmics. This is my gift for you. It's about to explode. Ha 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 ha. In my evil voice. My evil laugh. My shadow side. That I embrace. Along with the good side. The balance that you wish to have. This is what you need. This is the message. Balance.